Developments in the last week. We've written to Jeremy Hunt to complain about Robert Francis mislaying our evidence, if that's what he's done with it. Also, there's talk this week of making it a criminal offence not to report child abuse. However, it is not the whistleblower that's the problem. It's the people they're reporting it to that are the problem. I mean, to actually sort of say that, the whistleblower has a duty to report this and then criticise them if they don't is a total slap in the face. And to be quite honest, it's disgusting on top of what's happened and the failures to whistleblowers by the law. The cases that are even coming in this week where people have been totally failed in giving any protection whatsoever by PETA, and yet at the same time they're talking about putting through an amendment that would make it a criminal offence not to report something. I think that's actually perverse and a total slap in the face for whistleblowers. So that's the first thing. The other thing that's come out in the last week, which is not news to me because I've known about this for years, is that safeguarding doesn't always safeguard people. Well, I thought everybody knew that, but apparently they didn't. So, they're actually shocked that, care homes have been asked to investigate themselves. We've raised this for years. It's a bit like if you're charged with murder and you get to pick some of your family so you can put them in the jury. They'll find you not guilty, obviously. But what's happening is in homes where there's reports of abuse, the home has been asked to investigate itself. Well, I know it's totally wrong, but it seems to have, shocked people that this has come out in the last week. Really, it drives home why we need whistleblowers and why we need Edna's law to protect the protectors. Yesterday, Crossrail inquest into a death of a young man who went to work and lost his life. The Coroners Inquest is ongoing. The family were on the news last night and supported by the Hazard group. I thought it was uncanny really that they stood in front of a placard or behind a site, and in the distance was the word Francis, and I thought, I wonder how many more families are going to stand outside Coroners Inquests, how many more people will lose their lives, and that will be Francis' legacy. Because at the end of the day, I am a whistleblower, and if I had to do it again I would do it, but I see what happens to people, and I see how the things you take for granted, like having work and income and pension or any kind of security, is just totally gone. I accept that, I'm a whistleblower, but at the end of the day people are losing their lives, and there are whistleblowers that speak out about safety things but they're ignored, and that needs to be redressed. Or from every aspect, people are going to die in construction, the next train crash, the next ferry disaster. All of those people will be Jeremy Hunt's legacy if he does not support Edna's law and do the right thing by those who do the right thing, because it's gone from totally unjust to tragic, really. Cases that have been going through the courts in the last couple of years and that are coming through now on the other side are employment tribunals are totally hostile to whistleblowers, and PETA is a total shambles written by people who've got no idea what it is to be a whistleblower. How many more people have to die? How many more people have to suffer before common sense prevails? So Jeremy Hunt, do the right thing by whistleblowers. Get rid of PETA, because at the end of the day, policies and procedures and helplines do not help whistleblowers. They might help them afterwards when they're suicidal, as we do all the time, pick up the pieces. But why should people's lives be in pieces because they try to protect vulnerable people? Why are people going to work and getting killed when somebody spoke out about it and were ignored? We have to hold people to account, and the right people. And it's no good saying, oh, it's going to be made a criminal offence not to report something. People will report it, no doubt to safeguarding, and we shall see the perpetrators getting to investigate themselves in the current system. So wake up, Jeremy Hunt, and do something before it's too late. That's it.